Catching a one-way flight to another country isn't going to do it. Buying a bigger house isn't going to do it. Buying a bigger car isn't going to do it. Or marrying another wife, marrying another husband isn't going to cut it. So I just came back from church and I'm in the kitchen fixing myself a little something before bedtime. And I thought, you know what, let me just shoot a quick video. So today I want to touch on the topic of how to start over in life. I did a video about this topic a few months back, and in that video I touched on a few things. But in this video I want to emphasize how to start over in life the right way. Like after losing everything, after a change of circumstances, and you're starting to rebuild your life, you want to start everything from the bottom, or you want to start afresh. How do you do it the right way? In my culture where I come from, we have a saying about making peace with your past. It says, basically what it is saying is, before you can move on with your life, it doesn't do you any good to run away from a situation or to make a mess of things before you leave a situation. You have to make peace with that situation. You need to handle that situation the right way before you can move on with your life. That way you'll be cleared of that situation. You'll be released from the bondage of that situation. So basically that's what it means in my culture. So it's the same as making peace with your past or starting over the right way. So it doesn't do you any good running away from a situation. You can't just pick up and leave. Catching a one-way flight to another country isn't going to do it. Buying a bigger house isn't going to do it. Buying a bigger car isn't going to do it. Or marrying another wife, marrying another husband isn't going to cut it. You need to confront your issues. Confront them head on. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. How do you start over the right way, and in relation with making peace with your past? And in my previous video, one of my recent video, I think it's the last video that I made, I talked about moving from Zimbabwe to the United Kingdom, my experience, the challenges that I faced. So one of the reasons why I moved over from Zimbabwe to the United Kingdom, obviously like many people, was to do with better opportunities, to make a better life for myself because of the opportunities that are available here. But another reason that took me a while to actually admit to myself was I was running away from something. I was running away from my past because I have talked about what happened to me in the past in several of my videos here. How I was widowed at a young age and how I was chased away from my home and all the things that happened to me. And by the way, I will put the link in the description if you want to watch, excuse me. I'll put the links in the description if you want to watch those videos. And I've written a book about it because that was a painful experience for me. It was a hard time. It was a hard period in my life, a period that took me a long time to heal from and to actually make peace with it. So one of the reasons why I felt a sense of relief when I moved from Zimbabwe to the United Kingdom was I was now moving away from the environment that had caused all that pain in my life. I was happy to be rid of that place. At least that's what I thought at the time. I thought by moving as far away as possible from Zimbabwe, from the source of my pain, I would find peace, I would find healing, I would find comfort, all the good things that comes with healing. I thought I was going to find that by moving away. But I realized that running away was not the solution. Running away from your past or from the source of your pain is never the solution. It doesn't work like that. It's not as simple as that. You need to take things a step further. Whenever you're thinking of starting over or moving on from a situation, you need to make peace with that situation if you want to move on successfully. Because unless you make peace with your past or that situation, it will haunt you forever. You'll never completely be rid of that situation. You'll never find peace. You'll never find comfort. You'll never find the kind of happiness that you seek by running away. So how do you make peace with your past? Well, it all depends. It depends whether you need to forgive someone or you need to be forgiven, because there are times when you are the one who is at fault and you need to be forgiven before you can move on with your life. Because if you run away knowing that you've done something wrong, knowing that you wronged this person or you didn't behave the right way, then wherever you go, you'll forever be haunted by that situation. Believe you me. So if you really want to start over on a clean slate, you really need to make peace with that situation. And how you make peace with that situation, as I said, it all depends. Because there are times when you're not able to sit down with that person and have a one-to-one. Maybe that person is now deceased, or maybe that person has moved away and you can't really communicate for whatever reason. Maybe they refuse to talk to you. If that's the case, then there are ways that you can go around that. In my culture as well, we have our mbuyas, our tetes, our elders who advocate on our behalf. If we've got a situation that is bothering us, in my culture, I can go to my tete, I can go to my sekuru and sit down with them and have a heart to heart. So from there, they'll know what to do, because They are wise. You know, the years of experience have made them wise. They know the culture better than you do. So sit down with your elders and talk to them about that situation if for whatever reason you can't talk to the person directly. So that's another way you can go about it. Another way you can make peace with that past, if excuse me, if you're not able to talk to that person, is you can seek counseling. Sit down with a healthcare professional who can help you work through things. Seek counseling and find ways of healing yourself, because healing is the most important thing. You can't heal by running away. You can't heal by creating space alone. It's not enough. Of course, changing your environment is important. And I also mentioned this in my video. It's important to change your environment because you don't want to remain in the same situation or in the same environment that's hurting you. It's not good for your mental health. It doesn't help you moving on or starting over. But as I said, you need to do things the right way. And in this video, I'm emphasizing making peace with your past. So that's what I did. I came to a place where I needed to have some conversations with some people about what was hurting me. And another way as well that helped me confront my issues was I wrote about it, because for me, writing is a cathartic experience. And I talked about it as well in one of my videos, recent videos. I said one of the ways that you can help yourself heal is by engaging in a creative endeavor. Because when you do that, you're also confronting your emotions. You're not ignoring what you feel. That's another way of processing what's going on inside of you, inside your mind, inside your heart, and inside of your soul. You're getting to the root of your problem. So this is what you need to do if you want to start over the right way. The first thing, before you can do anything else, you need to make peace with your past. You need to confront your issues, confront them head on. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. And as I said, this is something I had to admit to myself and ask myself why I kept on being haunted by that situation. But when I confronted the issues, then I was able to move on. I was able to start a new life for myself. So whatever your situation is, whatever is hurting you, before you can think of rebuilding your life and starting over, you need to make peace with your past, and you do it the right way. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope you found it useful. As always, if you want more content like this, then consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. Also, please don't forget to like this video. Leave your comments as well. I appreciate comments. It's nice to know what you think. If you've got an opinion that you want to share with me or those watching this video, then please feel free to do so. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care.